Hello.
Hi, YouTube. Thank you for joining us. We are the food scientists getting ready to record episode 127.
Yeah, we are food scientists flying
right?
without a net. We are
Is
the
right?
food scientists without a host.
Yes, but I was right without the episode or about the episode. Remember, it's not 128. Okay,
it is 128. I even
Oh.
updated the episode title. I noticed you created without it, and I was like, I looked it up.
I didn't know. I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't either. I looked it up.
We are without Amy this week. She is traveling, visiting family. So hope you're having a good time, Amy. And yeah, we're just gonna run amok this week.
We are.
And we'll have to say that again once we start recording the actual.
Right. You know what I realized, Brian?
We're never going to pause, and we're never going to have an episode.
Exactly. I was like, whose pause do we mess up?
Let's just keep talking the whole time and not worry about the
yeah.
podcast.
Okay.
Let's just chit chat. I know we have all this stuff here.
I'm going to play host. I want to play host. I've always wanted to see if I could do Amy's job.
Okay.
Okay. You ready?
Mm-hmm. Wait. So I'm supposed to pause now.
Yeah, you're supposed to. Yeah. Now you're me because you're messing it up.
Okay. I can be you.
And my dad is here, so he's watching us with this who's on first.
Does your sister want to be me? She can be me.
I'm fairly confident that she does not want to be you.
She can not like things though. I
mean, oh, my sister's there too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
I didn't realize that. My chat is on delay. So she definitely she does not want to be you.
Aw.
I mean,
hey, Bex Fat.
I mean, I would say this. She probably
be a delicate little flower. Isn't that what she called me?
Or
was that something else?
I bet that she could Brian face better than you could. Anyways, let's pause.
Okay. I'm gonna respect you as host this week and pause.
You're not respecting me as host this week.
I always respect you. I respect you. That's why I'm pausing right now.
Okay, ready?
See how good I am at it? Are you gonna do the 3, 2, 1 countdown?
I wasn't going to, but maybe I need to.
Because that would help, yeah.
Yeah, you could do that part.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. You're not supposed to count, right?
This is the Food Scientist Podcast. Host Amy is not here this week.
Oh, so, I thought, she just had a cold or something. I didn't know.
So who are you?
I guess I'm either Brian Pierce or Danny Sussman, depending on what role we're playing.
And I am Danny Sussman, so you do the math on who he is.
Amy is away visiting family this week, so we hope you're having a good time, Amy. And I hope she's listening to this, because she has to edit it still before we.
And this isn't like on the news when they say somebody's on vacation and then the next week there's someone new.
Yeah.
The plan is that next week Amy is actually back.
Yeah, it's not like we're just saying that because she's actually in rehab or something, or she got arrested. Nothing like that. Nothing's.
I mean, we don't know for sure that she's not.
We don't know for sure. That fair. But we don't think she is in jail right now.
That's not where she said she was going.
If she is, she didn't call us for her one phone call.
Right. And we did not do an intervention. So
no.
Good luck, Amy. We hope you're back next week.
Best wishes, thoughts and prayers, Amy.
Anyways, this week we're going to have experiences. We have some news. And then Brian and I are running amok.
Mm-hmm.
We love to play FMK. And so this week we're going to FMK everything.
We are doing
maybe even FMK the FMKs.
We are doing 3, maybe 4 rounds. So, Danny, are you up for 4 frolics in about an hour?
We're gonna find out. I mean, right now I am.
This morning, yeah.
Right now I am. I'm all talk, but like on the phone like this, absolutely. So we have finally a debate we've been asked to settle for a long time.
Oh,
which is Oreos versus Newman-O's versus Hydrox. What is the difference? What do we prefer? Somehow, in 2.5 years, we never answered that question. Mostly because Hydrox are hard to find, but we have them, and we're going to settle that.
And we have had Hydrox, correct? Just not compared them to Oreos.
No, we've never had Hydrox on this podcast. And then we have Rice Krispie Treats Poppers. And we have limited edition lemonade stand blow pops. which my guess is that is our ticket to Brian Face this week.
We'll see. I don't know. I mean, it might be sour, but yeah, we got poppers and blow here. So it's
and we're going to FMK, and things are going to get creamy with the Oreos.
Let's hope.
So with that, let's start with experiences instead of news.
Okay. Because both of us did have the new Drumsticks Blizzard.
We did. What did you think, Brian?
I was really surprised by it because I liked it a lot.
I liked it a lot too. It was very much like a drumstick. What size did you get?
I got a medium, my standard.
I got a small.
Of course you did. Who are you?
I'm the guy that gets small blizzards. So, but here's my question. Did you get kind of bored by the end?
No.
I felt like I was getting kind of bored by the end of it.
Now, granted, I was eating mine while driving, so...
oh, well, there you go.
I was multitasking, so that helped.
How do you even do that, Brian, and keep your hands on the wheel? Do you have, like, a feed trough that you can put around your neck so you can just hold the blizzard there? Because for me, I have the blizzard in one hand, the spoon in the other. Like, do you have, like, a third arm that you can use to steer?
Do you not have a mask? That's what masks are for. Put food in them. It's like a horse muzzle.
I've been using my mask to protect myself and others in public.
For eating too.
You just suspend a medium.
The bonus is that it also protects you from giving other people deadly viruses potentially.
Oh, well, yeah. There you go. But not while you're eating.
No, see, my car has this nice feature where
it feeds you.
No, you don't have to have your hands on the steering wheel.
Oh.
It just will drive for you for a minute or so. Then it's like, hey, wait a minute, you're not driving.
Then it's actually, I bet so much, not so much the car, but it's the road. Once that road turns, that feature really doesn't work as well.
No, it does. It does. Technology is out there where my car will turn if the road turns.
So you just take your hands off the wheel, kick back, have the blizzard, and let your car take the wheel. Let
the chips, ice creams fall where they may.
Okay, this is scaring me. Let's talk about the blizzard again.
In all seriousness, between the Dairy Queen that I went to and my house, there are a lot of stoplights. So
that
it was
makes
not
more
hard
sense.
To eat it. Yeah. But all those features are true on my car. I really cannot drive for a while and it will turn for me.
So fancy car, Brian.
Yeah, my fancy Kia.
Yeah, you generally don't like peanuts in your blizzard.
Right. So, and here's the thing. When they said there were peanuts in it, I thought that it was going to be the whole peanut.
Right, like the Rocky Road was.
Right. Which I thought would ruin it. Because it's unsalted usually, right?
Yeah.
It's just like plain. But they were chopped up. And for whatever reason, I'm used to that on a drumstick. So it was okay.
Right. That was actually the thing I was most curious about, was that the peanuts are absolutely obliterated almost into powder.
They are chopped finely
in there. And so I was like, I wonder how Brian feels about these peanuts. Because I liked it. Like, it definitely had the taste of that first bite of the drumstick. Because the drumstick has the chocolate, the ice cream, and the peanut is really just limited to the top. Which to me is like the disappointment of the drumstick, is once you get past that peanut coated top and into the cone, then it's like, I mean, there's the magic of that the chocolate somehow gets around the ice cream and then inside the cone all the way to the bottom. But yeah.
What really did it for me is that it didn't throw off the texture that much.
Right.
And it kind of complemented the texture of the cone pieces.
Kind of like sprinkles would, but we'll get to that in a minute.
We will get to that. We actually will get to that because I have more shocking things to say this week.
I know. We shared that experience too.
Yeah, so, should we move on to that next?
I want to talk about my feelings about the drumstick.
Yeah.
It's not just your podcast, Brian.
I kind of thought with Amy gone, I could just use this opportunity. Sorry.
Yeah, no, get off your soapbox and let me have mine back. I thought it was pretty good. It was interesting to me that the cone bits were not broken up drumstick cone, but actually like rectangular cone pieces that were completely enveloped in chocolate. Those were pretty good when the Blizzard machine had broken them up, but I did not like the giant pieces of it.
Oh, I did.
Because like that was some waxy chocolate on some of those.
I didn't get that, but I can see that.
But I did like it when like it felt like the cone dip was in there too. Like you had the cone pieces. It felt like there was cone dip, and then chocolate, and then the peanuts. And I liked all that. I just didn't like it when I had too much of the cone piece because there wasn't enough cone and too much chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is, we did decide this is the July Blizzard of the month, right? Even though they
I think so. Yeah. I'm assuming it is.
I think so, yeah, because a lot of places didn't even have it until July. So yeah, definitely go up. Beck's Bet is saying she's gonna make her husband take her to Dairy Queen. Yes, do that because it's worth trying, and you're probably gonna want it more than once this month.
Yeah, and I will say they're advertising another new sauce for their chicken strips, which is not actually a new sauce, but maybe a new option.
Oh, what's that?
Well, actually, I think that there's two. One, the queso from the pretzel dips, which gives them two warm sauces because you can also get the gravy. But now they're also claiming to have house-made ranch.
Ooh.
Not just ranch, house-made ranch. So
I don't like ranch anyway, but I don't know if I'm going to trust Dairy Queen to make homemade ranch dressing well.
I mean, it's basically mayonnaise in a sauce packet, right?
Love you, Dairy Queen. No offense, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I will say this. The one I was at, they did not have sweet and sour on the sign anymore. And if that's gone, I'm going to be mad. But then I'm going to just be like, well, you know what? Then I'll just go back to gravy. Like, I always feel a little uneasy when I get the warm gravy because it's bad enough to have all that fried food and that sweet Texas toast that the gravy just seems excessive and unnecessary.
But so worth the time.
But it is so worth it. And I don't know why everyone doesn't have gravy.
Yeah. I'm going to put you on the spot, actually, Daniel.
Sure. Go for it.
The cone pieces. Mm-hmm. What would you put them in? But what different Blizzard would you put them in as an extra?
I would put them into the Rocky Road.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that. I feel it would be really similar to what they already have. The Blizzard, Drumsticks Blizzard.
Yeah.
But I was thinking maybe Snickers, but that might be too much nut.
It's too much weird texture because the Snickers is already right on the texture borderline.
But then my second thought was it might go well with the classic Reese's Blizzard.
I would actually, if I didn't do the other one, the Rocky Road, I would actually go with like one of the semi-fruity ones, like one of the tropical ones. Okay. Like one of like the banana and strawberry. Or I take it all back. Any of the cheesecake ones, substitute cone pieces for cheesecake. Final answer.
Ooh, but now that you say that, the strawberry cheesecake with the cone pieces, that could be really good.
But without the cheesecake.
No, with the cheesecake.
But without the cheesecake. Let's move on.
Yes, and warning for anyone, like just make sure that you watch or listen to this on a full stomach because, it's going to be more pleasant that way.
Yeah. I mean, otherwise you're going to Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
Right? We have a problem.
Which has happened several times. People in our YouTube chat have said, "Hi, going to Dairy Queen right now."
Lily is known for that.
Yes.
For like driving to Dairy Queen mid-recording.
Now, that actually is a transition because last night you and your wife ended up just tearing out of the house to go someplace thanks to me.
That is true. Well, because you offered, but you offered. So
I maybe left out an important detail.
Brian misled me.
Well, okay, wait a minute. Okay, so I stopped by to get the food for this week's show at Danny's house last night. He's so nice. He packs it all up. And he said, "Hey, I'm out back if you want to say hi." When he texted me, it's out front, but if you want to say hi. So I did. And I said, "I can't stay because I have ice cream that I just bought. I just went to the grocery store. But I can bring it on back here and we can eat some ice cream right now if you want." And your wife was like giving me like, yeah, look. And you're like, "No, can't. Sorry."
Grilling. Well, I had the grill going. I was about to put a steak on the grill because I eat like a king. And then on Facebook, I find out that Brian has chocolate donut ice cream.
Yes, and I'm showing.
And that's the ice cream he was offering.
Yeah, I maybe did, and I wasn't even thinking like this has the potential of being amazing, but it is so good. It's Blue Bunny chocolate donut ice cream. So I thought, why not?
Right. And so then I'm like, well, Brian was at the grocery store right by my house. And then he's like, I might have gotten the last one. So race out to the grocery store to see if Brian has indeed bought the last one and not shared. I literally climbed into the freezer cooler because that one was on the top shelf. And I know on TV I look huge, but I'm like 5'7", tallest of all my relatives, but only like 5'7". So to get to something, I can see at the very back of the top shelf, there's 3 containers of ice cream. So I open the thing up. I actually step on the support that, at the bottom of the freezer so that I can reach it. And I climb all the way in to pull forward the 3 things in the back so that I can see what they are. And thankfully, one of them was indeed the chocolate donut ice cream. Now, what surprised me,
as your wife said, if you didn't have it, you would have been going to many more grocery stores until you found it.
It saved me a trip to a different one, yeah. But what actually surprised me the most was right next to it, also at the very back, which made me believe Brian did not have to do an expedition to get his, was Peanut Butter Party.
Oh, I had that before.
Oh, and then also, while I was up there on the second to the top shelf, there's another in the back that I also pulled forward, and that was cookies, candies, and brownies.
Yeah, that one I did miss, and then you sent me a picture. And what was in that?
Cookies and candies and brownies.
Okay, brownies I got. What kind of cookies? What kind of candies?
It looks like M&M chip cookies and M&Ms. Actually, no, chocolate chip cookies and M&Ms. I take that back.
Okay, so like cookie pieces or cookie dough?
How many times have I? You know what? It's a picture. I'll show you for the YouTube people.
Oh, I thought you
can
bought
see that. No, I didn't buy it. You can see they have a picture of a cookie, but once it's in there, it's hard to tell what it really is from the picture on the packaging. Also, I did notice when I was shopping, you can still buy the drumstick ice cream from Edie's, which makes me wonder how that compares to the Drumstick Blizzard.
Yeah, I bet they don't have nuts in them.
I don't know.
Yeah. But Corey is saying in our chat that the Peanut Butter Party is a Blue Bunny staple. It should be, because that is amazing. I mean, of course, I love my peanut butter, but
right.
Yeah, I wanted to show you the top of this. I didn't really investigate this that much, but as Danny was asking me questions about this, I'm reading the top. I'm like, it's vanilla ice cream with milk chocolate icing, donut pieces, and rainbow sprinkles.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't know.
You're the avowed sprinkle hater.
I don't hate them. I question their value to society.
That is as close to hate as you can get without hate.
Yeah.
I mean, I said I questioned your value to society. That doesn't mean I love you.
You do that every week.
No, I question why I listen to you. I don't question your value.
But no, the thing is that sprinkles don't enhance anything to me. They're fine, but they usually don't do anything to give me more pleasure in a sundae.
How would this ice cream be without those sprinkles, Brian?
I have to say I did not mind them, and they may have this one time enhanced the ice cream.
They enhance the texture with little candy bits.
Oh, but this is why, though. And one of our listeners called me out on social media because I posted this. He's like, wait, you don't eat sprinkles. What's going on? And I had to think about that. On an ice cream sundae, you have sprinkles on the top. And just like the drumstick with the crushed nuts on the top, chopped nuts, I'll use that phrase instead.
Crushed nuts is a different show.
Yeah, you get a little up front and it's not dispersed evenly. So it's kind of the same thing with sprinkles. You get more than you need in the first couple of bites, then they're gone. In this ice cream, they are dispersed pretty evenly, so you're not getting too much at any point.
The sprinkles on a flying saucer at Carvel, that's the 2 cookies with the ice cream in between, and then they roll the whole thing in sprinkles, so you get sprinkles in every bite until that one in the middle.
Bites,
What's that? All the outside, but it's just, if you take an adult-sized bite, you just eat around the thing.
Okay, so it's not a huge.
Yeah, no, it's like the size of the same thing at Dairy Queen. And they're asking what I'm eating. I'm actually still finishing my breakfast, which is just a Belgian waffle. Because I just roll out of bed and do this podcast, essentially.
Have you ever put cookie butter on a waffle?
No, I saved my cookie butter for cookies.
Just cookies?
Yeah, I put the Biscoff on a Biscoff. You know this.
Yeah, but you don't. Okay, but nothing else?
No.
Wow.
A spoon. A spoon. I'll put it on a spoon.
Fine.
What else would you put it on?
You could put anything that you put peanut butter on. You could put it on bread, but you could also put it on fruit like an apple or a banana. And
I don't put peanut butter on those things either. I mean, on bread I do.
You should. I'm healthy because I do that.
You know, I've been going to Wisconsin to grocery shop, and that one has the Biscoff spread, the OG, in both creamy and crunchy.
Yes, I've been seeing that more places now.
Yeah,
I don't know if I would want crunchy cookie butter.
You do, especially on a cookie.
Okay.
Should we hit the news?
Let's hit the news.
So, Mountain Dew.
Yes.
I believe at least one of these is a Dollar General exclusive, maybe both. They have 2 flavors out that are, I believe, limited edition. One of them is this very aggressively canned Tiki Maui Burst, which is Mountain Dew with a blast of pineapple flavors. It's interesting because I've seen Angry Tikis before, but these are literally eating the Mountain Dew logo on the can. And it definitely looks less tiki and more like biker tattoo, which is pretty cool to me.
And
so
then,
that one's out.
We are past the 4th of July holiday, but there is also Liberty Brew.
Right, complete with soaring eagle, Statue of Liberty on a motorcycle with the Liberty Bell. And the Liberty Brew, which is definitely limited edition, is 50 flavors in one, which somehow gets you to a very sick shade of blue.
Yeah, I'm sure there's no artificial coloring going on here.
What's interesting is that while it is 50 flavors, there are clearly not 50 ingredients on the label.
Well, you got to think that every flavor of Mountain Dew is pretty much the same ingredients with just a couple of variants.
Right. Natural, like this is carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, citric acid, natural and artificial flavor, and then basically coloring and a couple preservatives. Yeah. So, should we try these, Brian?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's, in honor of 4th
Independence
of July,
Day,
even though that's past now, let's try the Liberty.
And it does have a red cap and a clear bottle.
Oh, it tastes like berry.
Yeah. I say 50 flavors turns out to taste like berry.
Yeah, like blueberry even, I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm. I didn't talk about this in my experiences, but I've been doing some urban foraging for berries lately because they're in season. And I've had like 5 different kinds of berries this week. So I'm very familiar with berry. That is berry flavor.
Yeah, I kind of like that. It reminds me of like a strawberry crush, but more blueberry flavored.
Yeah, there's a couple of new crush flavors out too. But
really? Because I know that there's pineapple that's been out for a little bit.
Yeah, I saw another one. I don't remember.
Okay.
But there aren't new crush flavors. I just stick with orange and grape.
Now this Maui Burst is Mountain Dew with pineapple flavoring. I think this is going to be good.
I'm going to drink water first.
Oh, that's really good. And you know what would make it better? Vodka. Oh, I really enjoy that.
Oh, that is surprisingly good.
Like the
Um,
pineapple
it,
really comes through without being
it,
overpowering.
Also, considering that right on the packaging it says contains 0% juice.
That doesn't surprise me.
It tastes remarkably juicy for something that has no juice. And I think the pineapple one at least is a Dollar General exclusive. I'm not 100% sure. Also a Dollar General exclusive for those tracking news and Dollar General exclusives. The orange vanilla cream M&Ms are back. If you want to see us eat those, find the old podcast where we had those last year, because I'm not eating that again.
Yeah, Danny slipped those in the bag of snacks for this week, and I opened that. I was like, I don't remember talking about this, but it seems vaguely familiar, and that's why, because I've had them before, but I don't remember loving them because orange, cream.
Yeah. Do you have any other news, Brian?
I do, because I love it when different food chains fight.
Oh, I love a good food fight.
But like this one is a little bit, they're keeping it low key, but there definitely is something going on because I was looking through my apps recently, and I noticed that McDonald's has some deals right now where you can get 40 nuggets for $12.49. I don't.
Did that excite you, or were you like,
nope?
I could have 2.5 of those, but claim I'm gonna have like 5.
I still have a little bit of post-traumatic stress disorder from the nugget challenge. You also, if that's not enough, you can also get 40 McNuggets and 2 large fries for $15.99. But if you go to the Burger King app, you can get 40 nuggets for $4.99.
I will say the Burger King nuggets are like half McDonald's nuggets.
They are not as good, I will say that.
But they're also just thinner.
And I feel like they don't contain as much chicken, nearly as much.
Even if they were the same size, they probably would have less chicken based on my experience with them.
But 40 at McDonald's, $12.49, 40 at Burger King, $4.99. That's a pretty big decrease. Also, the reason I think that there's something going on here, you can also get 40 nuggets and 2 large fries at Burger King for $7.99 as opposed to $15.99.
You know what? We talked recently about the ice pops and being cheaper than food, and I have a certain
and the Little Caesars pizzas being what, $3?
Yeah, even at $5, I'm like, we once had the $5 pizza, right? There's a place near the studios, near Amy's studio, that is the $5 pizza place, and we got the $5 pizza. Like that worries me, unless it's a mob front, then I'm in, because that's gonna be super good. But that place is not a mob front. That place is just super cheap.
I do have to say one more thing about Burger King, though, is speaking of things that are way too cheap and it concerns me, you can get right now another deal. It's 10 nuggets, 1 cheeseburger, a small soft drink, and a medium fries or onion rings, $3 for all
That's
that.
cheaper than food.
So that's way too cheap. And
I don't think you would feel well after eating all of that.
Good thing.
So if you got the onion rings, like I bet that would do a job on your digestive tract. That it would actually be a diet plan, because I bet you don't eat for a solid day after that. Because it would be their nuggets, their cheeseburger, their onion rings, and soda. $3. I guarantee you that's the last thing you eat that day.
Yeah, good thing I didn't get it twice.
You got it, Brian? You did that? Twice? You misled us. You acted like this was news. This was an experience. You dirty dog.
Well, we were jumping around, and I forgot. I get
Brian, how many days apart?
Like a week.
Okay. I was hoping part of me was like a week. Part of me was like, I bet he's going to say 15 minutes. I bet he ate them and was like, oh, I want more, and threw down another $3.
Yeah, and you know what brought it on the first time is McDonald's has, and I think I maybe mentioned this, they have chicken McGriddles, a breakfast sandwich that's chicken in their McGriddle buns or whatever. And I want to try that and order that online, but there was a problem with their ordering system. So that was unsuccessful. And, you know, me, I get into that trap if I still want something. So I went to Burger King, not Denny's this week.
If you're listening to this and you want to see what my look of utter disdain looks like, look at the video of this moment. Do you have anything else you want to share, Brian?
I think that's all I have to confess.
Okay. Then I'm going to go into another food rivalry. We're going to hit the FMK portion of this podcast. Right.
Yeah, let's do it.
We don't have a host, so we're going to FMK everything. And we're going to start with, like, I think what is the original food rivalry, which is our friends here at Hydrox Cookies, who on their packaging take every shot at Oreos that you can take. It says proudly made in the USA, which makes me wonder if that's even a shot at Oreo, which is now owned by Mondelez. But it says right on it, America's original cream-filled chocolate sandwich cookie, made without trans fats or high fructose corn syrup, right? The same great taste, remember. And then on the back, this is going to be a long reading, but see all of this text for my YouTube people? That is all a basically anti-Oreo manifesto.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the story of the Vanishing Cookie. And this will also be good for those of you that maybe don't remember Hydrox. I remember Hydrox from my childhood as the Oreo the kids who kept kosher could eat. Because Oreos back in the day had lard and were not kosher. Now they are kosher. But that's what kept Hydrox alive, despite the spin you're about to hear.
Well, my only experience growing up is my grandma would have them at her house, but she didn't eat a lot of sweets. So that was the one thing she kept. So they were there for a long time. So it was always the same package growing up, super stale. And every time she'd be like, "I'll have a cookie,"
So basically you're just rebelling against what you came from.
Yeah. So we'll see.
There was no sugar back at grandma's house, and so now you are Mr. Snack Cake.
Yeah, and the funny thing is she would buy things sometimes knowing people were there, but like that was always there too as something else. And
So here's the story of the Vanishing Cookie. Hydrox, the original sandwich cookie, debuted in 1908 as the signature product of Sunshine Brands. The cookie ruled the category until 1912, when National Biscuit, later Nabisco, created Oreo to compete with Hydrox. Over the years, Hydrox was the staple item in kitchen cabinets across the U.S. Then, in 1999, Keebler bought Sunshine Biscuit, changed the name to Droxy's, and made it sweeter. A short time later, the cookie left the market. In 2008, with great fanfare, Kellogg's, which now owned Keebler and Sunshine, brought Hydrox back to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the famous cookie, only to cease production after a few months on the market. So that's part one. But now there's a new start. In 2013, Leaf Brands decided to bring back the famous Hydrox cookie exactly as you remember it, with its original ingredients, including real sugar and non-hydrogenated oils. We also focused on the original flavor, making them less sweet. In other words, they went to your grandmother's cabinet and got one for comparison. The Leaf Brand's mission is to bring back the experiences you loved as a kid. We took a long time to make sure each Hydrox sandwich cookie you eat is just like the last one you enjoyed 20 or even 30 years ago.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. We hope you enjoy them as much as we enjoyed bringing them back. And then it ends with, in italics, remember, there's only one original sandwich cookie, and Hydrox it is.
I mean, they're not wrong there. There is only one original, but it doesn't make
I'll say this. And we have 3 sandwich cookies today. We have Hydrox, we have Newman O's, and we have Oreos. Hydrox is doing some weird stuff here. Is that all 3? Look at the filling situation in the Hydrox. It's thick, but like there's a monster gap around.
Right. And just comparing these, I have, people watching the video here, I have Oreo in the middle, and that definitely has not only the whitest cream, but the most evenly dispersed cream.
Yeah. And this, so this cookie, it does say Hydrox on it. It's authentic.
All right. Did you get these from my grandma?
No, I got these at a store near me.
Really? Maybe they weren't stale. Maybe that's just how they taste.
I will say that all of these are falling apart. Like the little bit of cream really, really wants to separate.
The cookie almost has a texture of a graham cracker.
Yeah.
But it's thicker.
It's all cookie, very little cream.
What do you think? Does yours taste fresh?
When I have just the cookie, it's crisp, usually soggy. Usually to me, they get soft.
Yeah, mine isn't. Yeah, it's more the taste. We'll see. We'll see. We're doing the Paul Newman next, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Now in the chat, Corey thinks we need to do the dunk test for a fair assessment. I don't think so. So Newman, similar pattern. I will say the Newman-O's, the ones have the most where it has one cookie upside down. Like their quality control is less.
Yeah.
And their cream looks like it's the thickness, more of like a limited edition.
And you know what? After we wrap up here, the audio version, we'll hang out on YouTube. I will do the milk test.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be the after party today.
So you're ready for the Newman? The Newman looks like it has thicker cream than the Oreo.
Oh, I already went with the Newman. I was impressed by it. You're not knowing what to expect. I've never had that kind.
It's a little bit different.
100%
100% of the profits go to charity. So I feel like I'm doing good. It definitely has a lot of cream. As I bit mine, the cream leaked out the other side.
See, I'm just doing the bite size here. I'm going to go with the classic Oreo now.
Well, I want to talk about the Newman-O.
Oh, go ahead.
This is a creamier cream. I do like the Newman-O. And then the OG, the Oreo.
Yeah, and I will say that I rarely will eat an Oreo just straight up. I almost always am going to dunk it, like the classic, the OG Oreo. It's going to be dunked in milk. Maybe even.
I forget. Yeah. I forget just how little cream is in the original Oreo. Because we tend to have all the special flavors,
which have more cream. Yeah. Yeah, it is interesting that the creams are different colors.
This is the sweetest of them. The Oreo is definitely the sweetest.
All right, are you prepared to do an FMK on these, a Frolic Marry Kill?
I am. Are you?
Go first. I'm close. I'm really close.
I'm going to kill the Hydrox. You know what? They're bitter. They're angry. They got run out of business by Oreo for a reason. And it's really the classic story, right? I mean, somebody has an idea and they do something and they kind of like, they're okay at it. And then somebody else picks it up and does it better, right? And puts the original out of business. That sucks, but that's the deal, right? Just, first to market gets like a good head start, but everybody else gets to use them as a baseline and improve. And There's a reason Hydrox has disappeared so many times. And despite what their lawsuits say, it's not because the Oreo shelf stalkers are hiding their product. It's just not as good. I'll give them credit. They made something different, but no. You know what, Oreo's a frolic. You know why? Because I've had the Oreo, but I've also had like all of Oreo's siblings, like dozens of them. I've had the thin ones. I've had the thicker ones. I've really like been up and down the Oreo family, and they're all just different.
You just claim to be a Oreo.
I'm just saying this. I've paid the whole. They're Oreos, and I've given them all money.
Okay, John.
It's like walking through Amsterdam. It's like the red light district. They're all sitting there, and I just went down the row. Every window, I like, here's $3, and they gave me $3, and then end up with cream on my face. So that's that. And you know what? I'm sitting here. I'm looking at Paul Newman's pretty face, his blue eyes, his love of charity, his sweet, sweet cream, his organic flour, his organic sugar. I'm marrying Newman-O's.
All right.
I think that they were actually better. And they made me feel good about myself.
Right.
Like I'm killing myself with this sugar bomb for charity.
I am also going to kill the Hydrox, partially because of the flashbacks from my childhood, but also it just isn't that great. And yeah, their attitude also is a little bit alarming. It's kind of like when someone says, if you can't handle me at my best, you can't handle me at my worst, you can't handle me at my best. It's like, well, maybe just work on your behavior in the first place.
Right. Yeah. Oh, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Like,
yeah.
How about just not having a worst?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, let's work on those issues and we can work on them together. But if you're just going to be like, no, you had me, like,
right. You got to accept this flaky cream.
Yeah. No,
my chunky falling apart ways.
Yeah. I to be your best self, and you're not right now, as long as you're wallowing in that attitude.
Right. So, I mean, these are literally falling apart in front of our eyes, and we don't need to deal with that.
Yeah. I'm going to marry the original Oreo. Excuse me.
Because you want sister wives?
And well, that's an added bonus. If you have that excuse to go to the family reunions. Maybe go under the picnic table or something. I don't know.
But you're going to see all of those other Oreos at the family reunion and been like, yep. Hey, when did you marry? And like, let's go out back.
Yeah. So, there's just something, it's comforting. It is the classic. You have that deep connection that didn't traumatize your childhood. So there's just really something solid there. Mm-hmm. Is it the best Oreo out there? No. But is it a stable one? Yes. And, when we bring in the milk, ooh, yeah, things are going to get, like hot and heavy, but not hot and heavy.
Brian?
Yeah,
let's move on to your frolic
before this gets awkward. Well, yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Like Paul Newman, those blue eyes, yeah, we're frolicking. And you feel good about yourself. You don't feel guilty because you supported charity.
Right. So that's your excuse. We're frolicking, but it's for a good cause.
I mean, you could probably say that about Amsterdam too, but
yeah.
Anyway.
So you have the support single moms bumper sticker. With the poll, yeah.
But yeah, no, they were surprisingly good, and I would dare say they will give Oreo a run for their money, and they are creamier.
I mean, that's the one thing, since we have done this podcast, I get that question a lot, actually, is how do these compare to Newman-O? What do you think on Oreos versus Newman-O's? Of all of the Hydrox imitators, Newman-O's are the ones that seem to get the most press, and now we know why.
Mm-hmm. No, you would think that when a celebrity comes out with a cookie that's more or less a knockoff, you would think it's probably not that great, especially when it's like for charity and like the only reason you
This
buy
isn't
it.
this isn't just any celebrity. This isn't Master P hawking wrap chips. This is Paul Newman, the ghost of Paul Newman.
What's the name of the new wrap snack that made me think of you?
I know what it is, but you're just gonna make me say it.
Oh, Slutty Vegan.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not familiar with her work, but yeah, there are new wrap snacks that we may be having at some point, if there are enough new ones out there.
So should we move on?
Yes. Are we doing the poppers next?
Yeah, Snack Crackle Poppers. Rice Krispie treats, sell them in boxes of little packs of poppers. So it's a Rice Krispie treat in a candy coating. They have caramel. They have everyone's scariest chocolatey, which means no cocoa butter.
Legal disclaimer, chocolatey.
And cookies and cream.
Which is interesting because they just came out with the cookies and cream cereal of Rice Krispies.
Yeah. So, where do you want to start, Brian?
You know, I have the cookies and cream in my hand here. Let's go with
it. Well, this will be all transitions. We started with food rivalries and went to another food rivalry. Now we're going to start with cookies and cream and go right into cookies and cream.
There's specks on mine. I thought maybe it was sprinkles, but it's the chocolate.
You know what's interesting is it's pretty clear that they actually manufacture these maybe bigger and then cut them, because of the sides, 5 sides have wrinkled edges, and then 1 is a clean cut.
The problem we have had previously with Rice Krispie treats, the ones that you buy, is that they taste way too full of preservatives. I think
the white chocolate on this does not make that better.
Right. It kind of just, it masks it and accentuates it at the same time.
Yeah, if you like the weird chemical undertones of a store-bought Rice Krispie treat, this cookies and cream is that times 10. Oof. It does have little chocolatey specks in the coating.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to the chocolatey ones next.
Sure.
Same thing. It's like a little die. You could put dots on them and roll them.
Oh, you know what it is, Brian? I take it back. It's not that it was cut. This one makes it more clear. The flat one is the bottom.
Oh, and the other one had things, it had more grooves in it.
Yeah.
That's the level of chocolate I would expect, the quality of chocolate I would expect in these.
And a chocolatey, crispy marshmallow square. I don't really taste the Rice Krispie treat in this.
I get the Rice Krispie treat texture, but not the flavor.
Because the chocolatey is overwhelming. Just when I thought I knew which one I was going to kill.
All right, caramel.
Come on. Save us from ourselves.
That is caramel, right?
Caramel.
I was hoping for something a little more flavorful with it. It's more of a hint. Even though the whole thing is coated, it's more of a hint of caramel taste.
It's mostly coated. Mine has like some bare spots on some of them.
I guess I got more flavor with the last bite, but I have a whole side that's almost not coated.
Yeah. They have some caramel coating issues. Well, Brian. We said we were going to FMK everything.
Yeah. It's been a few minutes. I'm ready for another frolic.
Yeah.
Oh. This one is more difficult. Absolutely. But I think I am going to have to kill the chocolatey.
That's correct.
Because the chocolate flavor, the chocolate quality was not good. I was not confused thinking it was Godiva or even Hershey for that matter. It was just not quality chocolate whatsoever.
You know what it was good for? When somebody says, what does it mean when they put chocolatey and not chocolate? Feed them this and they'll be like, oh. Like it's basically it's an intervention in a bag.
Yeah. Against my better judgment, I'm going to marry the cookies and cream. Because the original snack has flaws.
Mm-hmm.
And, just like the, you can't handle me at my worst, these at least try to do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
They're a work in progress. And I think that there might be something there.
I agree with you on this also. We're so far we're in agreement. I feel like this took the original and you know what? And it put some makeup on it. Mm-hmm. And you know what? A good makeup job takes what you've got and accentuates it. And so like if you liked the Rice Krispie treats for what they are, you would love this. It's enrobed in white for its wedding day. Yes. And it's just taken the Rice Krispie treat, it's put it in white, and it's just amplified everything that it is. Like this is the Rice Krispie treat dressed up. We're going to the chapel. It's
on display out there. Even though it has chocolate on the inside, it's also showing it on the outside. So it's not like hiding anything from you.
Right. You're not like every now and then you'll see pictures of somebody and you're like, whoa, I didn't even recognize them. This is what we thought it would be, just turned up to 11.
Mm-hmm. Or like, if you think your friend has a certain set of beliefs or something, then you find out, oh, wait, this is what they're saying to these people. And they're like, wait, what? That's you? Yeah.
No, this is not that.
No? Oh. But like, you know what you're getting is the point here.
Yeah, you're getting. It is what we thought it would be. And it's wearing white.
Yeah.
Does that mean we're both going to be frolicking with caramel?
Yeah. And this is kind of, for me, I don't know about you, I think this is kind of a pity frolic.
I mean, it's sweet.
Mm-hmm. It's sweet, but the poor thing isn't even fully covered. Like, are you poor? I don't know.
No,
like,
it's low. It needs attention. And you're like, you know what? Yeah. I feel for you. And you know what? You ever, it was sitting here thinking, I wonder what it would be like to frolic with the food scientists. Mm-hmm. And we're like, normally we're like rolling with Oreos and Numinos. Mm-hmm. But because we're, feeling charitable, we're doing a lot of effing and emming and K'ing. And you're sweet. You're sweet. You mean well. You're trying hard, but you were clearly neglected a little bit by your parents. Yeah. They didn't even give you the full enrobing.
Like, let's be honest, you probably have daddy issues.
Right. I mean, let's think about it, right? If I said to you, what flavors do we offer something in, right? We've learned that to really be stocked in a store, you need 3 to 4, right? A store's not going to stock 2 flavors of something, right? That's just weird.
Right. So you need to get the attention. 3. You need something that's a little different to catch the eye.
Right. Yep. Typically it's 4, sometimes it's 3. And, obviously chocolate is always going to be one. Cookies and cream is always a winner. And then they're like, what should we do for the 3rd? They're like, we could go with peanut butter, but that doesn't really work well as a candy coating. And they're like, birthday cake's got too much crap in it. And it'll look like we need something that looks different. Caramel. And so they never really loved caramel.
Yeah.
Like caramel was like, it's definitely the middle child. And we felt bad for it.
Yeah.
So congratulations, you get to frolic with us, Caramel. Mm-hmm. But if you could do us a favor, don't tell anybody.
Yeah. And forget my number too, please.
Yeah. Yeah. You gave Caramel your number?
I thought it was okay, but then it's like, oh.
You know what's funny about that? Now I don't feel so bad that I gave Caramel your number too.
All right. So should we do some blow pops?
Yeah, let's do some blow. Pops. So look at this. For the summer, Charms Blow Pops has a limited edition lemonade stand. So it's the Blow Pops you've come to know and love, but in 3 flavors: lemonade, raspberry lemonade, and strawberry lemonade. Now, if there's one thing you've learned from this podcast is that it's super hard for us to test lollipops, or some people call them suckers. This is a sucker that.
Yeah, and we're probably not going to get to the gum part. The gum is the same flavor, I'm sure. So
yeah,
you probably know what the gum is like.
It's hard for us to taste this and talk about it, but we're going to try. We'll start with the lemonade. Oh, it's lemony. It's lemon and sugar.
Yeah, I'm not getting the sour that I was expecting. Maybe I'll get there because, sometimes suckers, lollipops takes a bit.
I mean, it's lemony, but it's not like a super sour. It's not like Sour Patch Kid lemon.
And I suppose if you're going to call it lemonade, you don't want it to be a super sour because you don't drink lemonade that's super sour.
You don't drink lemonade that makes like the hair on your arm stand up. This is pretty good.
It's solid. It tastes like a lemon flavored candy.
I mean, if I was a kid and I was at the doctor's office and they had the bowl of Blow Pops, I definitely would never go for the lemon one. I would go for sour apple, actually.
You know what it tastes like? It tastes like the lemon head candy after you've sucked off the outer part.
I've never sucked off a lemon head.
Really? No. You should try it. I'll give you $3. You can go out and buy some.
Sure. Did you like that band? I guess you must have liked the Lemonheads back in college.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Strawberry?
Strawberry.
Sure. I think that's...
So strawberry and raspberry, they both have pink-ish wrappers, but the strawberry is the lighter of the pink. Again, if you're, you don't want to read and you need us to tell you the distinction.
Well, these have a little bit more of a tang to them.
Yeah, and in the chat, Bex likes the super sour lemonade. This is not a super sour lemonade. I like this one more. It's not super sour. It's more like a pink lemonade.
I was hoping for more flavor with this one for strawberry lemonade.
I don't taste strawberry. I just taste sweet.
It tastes like you made country time lemonade, strawberry lemonade, and you put in too much water, maybe.
I don't know.
Right. Then raspberry lemonade.
The strawberry lemonade definitely tastes more like strawberry than lemon, but it's the distinctively fake strawberry. Makes me wish that they had a peach one. But I'm a sucker for artificial peach flavor. So raspberry, that is definitely of the three here. This is the darkest in color.
Probably the strongest in flavor too.
That's pretty good.
I wish the strawberry had this strong of a flavor.
I really like this one. This is my favorite. This does not taste at all like lemonade. This is just straight up raspberry.
I'm getting the lemonade essence of it.
Our listeners are going to feel like we are just kissing in their ears if they had earbuds in. I don't get a lot of lemonade. I feel like I'm getting more of the bubble gum seeping through than the lemon.
Oh, maybe. Okay, so we have to frolic with, marry, and kill here. Ooh. Again, this is probably the hardest so far.
Not for me. I'm marrying this raspberry.
Okay.
I'm not letting this out of my mouth. I'm on this all the way down to the gum. It's not really lemonade-y, but I really like it. I am going to... So this I'm marrying. I'm going to frolic with the lemon. It's lemonade flavored. It's true to what it is. It's a little sour. I don't really like even like a box of dots, I always shy away from the yellow and the green because I don't like the citrus. I don't like the sour. But it's a nice little change. And I'm going to kill the strawberry because it didn't really do anything for me.
I think I'm going to agree with you on all counts there, but I'm going to kill the strawberry lemonade because it's the classic case of you put something on your profile that wasn't really accurate.
Yeah. This is not the raspberry wasn't really accurate, but I liked it more. Like I went in with the raspberry lemonade with low expectations.
Yeah, it undersold.
Yeah.
Itself.
Like, I was like, this is not as sour as I thought it would be. It's better. Like that was just an unflattering picture. I found a hidden gem. Where strawberry lemonade, you're like,
it had all the filters out there.
Like that picture wasn't a bad picture. That was reality.
Yeah. I'm going to kill the strawberry lemonade. I will marry the raspberry. Raspberry, I'm not a huge fan of, but mix it with that hint of lemonade flavor, and it takes away from the tartness of the raspberry. Mm-hmm. And that for this combo, that sold it for me. That's the one that I would pick to be betrothed with. I do. Not that I really want to, especially after frolicking 2 times in the last 20 minutes. But the regular lemonade is going to get my attention here for one night only.
So with that, we're running out of time. But our listeners have been patient. We've FMK'd 3 times. Let's FMK the FMKs.
What? Okay. Ultra meta here.
I think this is easy.
So we have cookies, we have poppers, we have blow pops.
Right, but the cookies, you're getting all of them. Like, it's them as a whole.
You have to kill, you have to frolic. Yeah.
Right. Well, no, you're getting... I mean, we could... Yeah, let's do it that way. Yeah. So you don't just get the one you married. You get the set of 3.
Yeah, you're either moving to Utah and just having sister wives all over the place. You're committing mass murder. You're a serial killer, or you're just at an orgy.
A foursome, yeah, an orgy.
Yeah, I feel like this is pretty easy. Let's see if we agree here. Marrying the cookies.
I'm torn. You know what? You go first, and then we'll see if I agree. I'm
going to marry the cookies because they're all the same, but there's just enough variety. And again, it's what I said about the Oreo. There's that deep connection that you have. That there's that base there that just can't be swayed at all.
I've decided we are going to disagree.
Okay.
I am not going to marry the Oreos. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Yeah. No, I definitely am going to marry those, and it's the best chance that I have for happiness. I am going to frolic with the poppers because that's what you do.
What?
Yeah. It's something where sometimes you want just a little something different, and you don't want, more than just a little bit. You just want to have a little run in the park, a little skipping down the street, and they'll get my attention.
I'm glad I opted out of agreeing with you right at the top. We agree on nothing.
No, I'm definitely going to frolic with these because I see their value, unlike sprinkles. And there's enough variety there where it will keep it interesting for as long as I need them to be interesting. I'm going to kill the suckers because, I don't really like lollipops a ton to begin with. And the flavors just didn't do enough for me to make me want to, pursue them. So bye.
Okay. I am killing the poppers. They're gross. Like, they were chemically... There was not a one that I really enjoyed. Like, if you want to frolic with something that you don't really enjoy, you do you, bro. But I did not enjoy any of them. So they're going to die. My gut instinct, as you saw, was to marry the Oreos or the sandwich cookies. But then I thought to myself, do I really want a life with the broken shell that is Hydrox dragging me down for the rest of my life? So I'm frolicking with them. I mean, like, I'm going to have a fantastic time with Numinos. I'm going to do my thing with the Oreos. And then Hydrox is going to be there, and I'm going to be glad that they're all gone. And I am marrying the Blow Pops. We are taking it slow. We're going to work towards the center. I liked all of them. Like, even the one I killed, I didn't kill it because I hated it. I killed it because it was the least great, you know? So we're going to take it slow. I mean, this is... When you are with a sucker, especially a blow pop, you're in a long-term relationship.
Oh, I know about being with a sucker.
You can't like just have a quick frolic. I mean, you can if you want to just have a lot of biting. If you bite into one of these, then it can be like a quick frolic. But really, it's best if you take things slow, and that's not a frolic. And I mean, it's really a tough way to kill too. You really just kind of get that done. So marriage, it's just gonna be a slow burn. It's a long relationship. I liked all of them. They're gonna be there for me. And you know what? When I get past their kind of sour coating, there's a sweet, sweet bubble gum in the middle. That's marriage material times 3.
But did they make you feel any emotion at all whatsoever?
I would rather feel the emotion of the blow pop than the emotion that I get, the kind of dull feeling from the blow pops than the feeling I get from either Hydrox or the poppers.
So you would...
I'm not saying I'm backing into the wedding, but I'm totally backing into the wedding.
No, it's just, you'd rather have a loveless marriage than a bad marriage, if you had to choose.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
That's all the time.
We've been the Food Scientists.
Make sure you find us on social media, Food Scientist Podcast, pretty much everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Foodscientist.net is our website. Make sure you find our YouTube channel as well and subscribe to that and watch us live. And
thanks for listening, everybody.
Gives me.
Bye. Okay, YouTube. Did you go and get milk? I'm talking about my love life, and you just disappeared.
I was 5 feet away. I heard every word you were talking about. Also, it was loveless life, and we had established that.
You just walked off.
I'm sorry, I couldn't support that marriage because I'm a friend.
Thanks for pointing out to me that my name on there, I'd never change it back to Danny.
Oh,
the formal Danny.
Sorry, I didn't notice.
We had an issue early on in the recording today, and I had to leave and come back. I forgot to do that. That's okay.
I'm sure there are no stops.
Thank you, Bex. It was tough without Amy, but we survived.
We managed. We worked it out. Oh wow, these Hydrox really did fall apart.
Yeah. Are you gonna dip them?
Yeah, I have the Newman, the one that's the creamiest. Let's see how that fares with milk.
Wow, when you dip, you like dip your fingers and everything?
I go all in.
I've never seen you dip before.
You don't get just the tip, it's the whole thing. And you do that because then the more milk will saturate the cookie and it'll make
I just double dip.
No. See, I do the whole thing. The trick is you want to make sure you don't have it in long enough where it falls apart.
Oh.
All right, now dunked, the cookie didn't get as soft as what I'm used to. Did I grab the same thing? No, I have a Hydrox.
Those Hydrox are really bad.
They were really bad, so I'm wondering.
I don't think that freshness
will do anything.
Although I will say, now that I look at the packaging, the expiration date on them was June 19th.
Oh, but still, it's not. Is that the sell-by date?
It just has a date that says 19th of June, 2020. I don't know.
Dunking didn't help. They're still pretty hard.
Yeah. I mean, I can go back to that store and see if I can find fresher ones, but I don't think that's the issue.
No, it definitely isn't. Like maybe a little bit, but not to the extent.
No. No, Lindley, milk did not help those.
I mean, it helped, but not to the level that it needed to.
It did. Maybe it helped them, but it didn't save them.
Now, how many of you are pros out there? This is another reason you have to do the full multiple immersion when you get 3.
Is that all 3 varieties or 3 of one?
No, just 3 Oreos.
Oh gosh, Brian.
What?
You're going to have 3 Oreos at once? This is not your first rodeo.
Oh, no. No, and see, it's only one cookie because it's like one like triple layer.
I'm just here like just swapping blow pops here.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for talking while my mouth was full, Danny.
I was just enthralled by what I was seeing.
No, they're softer, so it's easier to eat 3 at once. You could even do more too, but you don't want to like be a pig.
Okay.
Corey, do 3 at once.
Yeah. Your dentist and your doctor will be freaking out. Yeah.
My dentist
Brian doesn't have a doctor.
Podcast.
What's that?
A year. My dentist loves the podcast.
Oh, really? Well, yeah, it's
like,
a big money maker.
Cha-ching. At least they claim to like be interested and listen when I go in there.
That's what dentists do, though. I had a dentist that I mistakenly mentioned that I grew up a Yankees fan, and the dentist was a Yankees fan, and it must have been in their notes that I did that, and I like to travel, because every time I went, there was like, so where have you been traveling lately? And how about them Yankees? And I'm like, there's no... I had one cavity in my whole life. I'm here like every 6 months if I'm good about calling them back, and I'm not. There is no way that they remember this face and that tidbit. And they do that for every customer. They have a note that says, chit chat about the Yankees.
Yeah, like I'm sure they do that. It's, yeah, it helps put people at ease when some people don't like the dentist.
It creeped me out.
There is something classic about Oreos and milk, though. Like, that's just simple pleasures. Simple pleasures.
I guess. Is that all that we have for today?
Yes.
Thanks for watching, YouTube.
Yes, thanks, YouTube. Thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Ring the dinner bell so you'll know when we're live. And thank you so much for joining us.
Yep, we appreciate it. We'll
Bye.
chat later. Bye.